My name is Elvy Morton. I was born in Nevis, an island in the Caribbean. There are two islands, one government, St. Kitts and Nevis. And in Nevis, I went to a Methodist school, a Methodist chapel school. Life in Nevis was good. We go to church, we had the sea, we had the mountains. Small island, but it was lovely and still is lovely. What made me come to England, my great aunt who paid for me to come here, £65 was it then. I came in 1958, 10th of August when I landed in England. Most of the houses had these chimneys on. So we thought, as we have never seen a house with a fire inside of the house coming from the Caribbean, we thought they were all factories, because as far as we knew, the only smoke that came out of a building in the Caribbean was a factory. So with seeing the smoke coming out of all these buildings, we thought they have a lot of factories. And then to our surprise, there were houses. I worked in a hospital in Yardley Green, in Small Heath in Birmingham. That's where I started. I met quite a few other girls from the Caribbean and from Ireland who were working there, and we got on quite well. In 1984 was the 150th anniversary of British slavery in the Caribbean, and there was nothing going on, and that was in 1984. At that time, our young people were having a lot of problems with the police. And because of all the riots that were happening from Brixton to Toxteth in Liverpool, we got together and thought we had to do something to let our children know that we are listening to them. And also, their history is very important. Because if you don't know where you've been, how on earth will you know where you're going? We started in 1984 and the first carnival was 1985. I know I initiated it, but there was a lot of people who helped on the way. We more or less funded it ourselves. We had to pass the hat around when we had meetings and things like that. We had to ask people to type up letters for us, and so there was no internet and those sort of things which we have in now. And Carnival started the first Saturday in August, and it still is the first Saturday in August, regardless of the date. And the 1st of August was because of slavery when it was abolished, where quite a few people fought, not just Wilberforce, but also people from the Caribbean. We have to remember, they fought like mad to get freedom for slaves. I don't think Leicester City Council thought we would have a second carnival. They gave us the go on the first carnival, and they stuck us in a little place in Victoria Park, just a little corner. And then when we were having the next carnival, they were surprised that we were having a second one. I met Prince Charles at St. James's Palace, where I was invited to. I met him again a second time with his wife here in Leicester. I have been given an honours degree from University of Leicester for the work in the community. Because you put yourself down as a leader in the community, you're called upon to do all sorts of different things and to speak to so many different groups of people. Carnival has opened up Leicester to a lot of good things because from Carnival we managed to raise money for the Red Cross, we managed to raise money for Great Ormond Street Hospital and quite a few other places. I've given up Carnival now for 17 years and people are still asking me about Carnival, and I don't think they get enough information on what's happening. They want to be more involved in what's happening because, as I said at the beginning, when we started, we got everybody involved. We had somebody from nearly every island in the Caribbean to help because then they felt that it was their carnival, they had a big part in it, and they wouldn't let Leicester down. I try and get to the carnival when I can, but now I have other things to do. I do voluntary work in this building, and I look after my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and things like that. So I don't have much time to myself, even at my age.